The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. Ralph Waldo Emerson. The hidden weight, breaking through lack of motivation. We live in a world that glorifies productivity, a culture that insists we should always be driven, always inspired, always moving forward. But the truth is, no one can sustain that fire every single day. And yet, when motivation fades, we feel broken. We search for tricks, hacks, and shortcuts. We tell ourselves, if I'm not motivated, something must be wrong with me. But nothing is wrong with you. Motivation is not a trick to master. It is not a switch to be flipped. At its core, motivation is as natural as hunger. When you are hungry, you do not persuade yourself to eat. You simply do. The mechanism is simple. Hunger arises, a motive forms, and action follows. But when it comes to ambition, the equation becomes complicated. Our deeper desires, fulfillment, purpose, belonging, are tangled in upbringing, belief, fear, and social expectation. Perhaps your family dreamed of surgeons, so you begin to dream the same dream. Perhaps you chase respect or fear disapproval, and so you build a goal not from your own desires, but from external voices. Motivation fades, not because you lack strength, but because the motive and the goal do not belong to each other. This is why apathy creeps in, why effort feels hollow, why energy disappears. The truth is simple but uncomfortable. If your goals do not align with your inner motives, motivation cannot survive. The path forward is not in forcing yourself, but in discovery. In asking the questions we often avoid: what do I truly want? What matters to me? What kind of life am I willing to build step by step? Only in that honesty does lasting motivation begin. The paralysis of choice. Past generations believed progress would free us, that more opportunity, more choice would bring greater happiness. But freedom came with a shadow: anxiety. Today, we face an ocean of options. Every decision feels heavy, every step reversible, every choice a risk. And with each possibility, we hesitate, we analyze, we wait, until waiting becomes paralysis. Psychologists call it decision paralysis, a state where doubt consumes action. Faced with too many paths, we choose none. It begins small, a long to-do list you never start, scrolling endlessly for the perfect recipe while hunger grows. Staring at a blank page, afraid the first word won't be the right one. The energy drains away. Motivation dissolves into the words, "I can't." Signs of this paralysis surround us: procrastination, the dread of deadlines, perfectionism, self-sabotage, the inability to prioritize. Each one a chain that holds us still. But paralysis is not permanent. Relief begins with acknowledgement, naming the trap we are in. Then comes action, however small. Limit your choices. Give yourself time, but not endless time. Choose one path, even imperfectly, because any step forward carries more weight than standing still. In the end, no decision is flawless. The perfect choice is an illusion. What matters is movement, not certainty. The voice that holds us back. Imagine preparing for a dream interview. You've waited for this chance, worked toward it, longed for it. But instead of preparing, your mind fills with doubt. I'm not good enough. I always fail. They'll see through me. This is the quiet power of negative self-talk, a voice inside that criticizes, undermines, and convinces us to stop before we begin. We think of it as truth, but it is not. It is fear disguised as honesty. It is perfectionism whispering impossible standards. It is memory replaying past failures. It is stress, anxiety, distorted thinking, all conspiring against our confidence. And yet, this voice is not an enemy to be destroyed. It is a response to uncertainty, a reflex of the human mind. We cannot silence it completely, but we can strip it of power. Label the thought: this is not fact. This is fear speaking. Reframe it: I am not failing, I am learning. I am not weak, I have endured before, and I will again. The more we practice, the more these thoughts lose their grip. Motivation grows not from denying our doubts, but from walking with them, choosing progress over perfection, resilience over despair. Lost in the fog. Now, imagine another scene. A task is assigned, but the goal is unclear. No direction, no structure, no definition of success. Confusion spreads, progress stalls, motivation crumbles. This is the weight of uncertainty, a lack of clarity that steals our drive. Without a destination, every step feels meaningless. Clarity is not just helpful, it is essential. When we know where we are going, even the hardest road feels bearable. When we don't, even simple steps feel impossible. Unclear goals, missing information, vague expectations, overwhelming complexity, all of these cloud the path forward. The result is the same: stress, hesitation, procrastination, and eventually, defeat. But clarity can be built through visualization, imagining the outcome and the steps to reach it, through reverse planning, starting with the destination and tracing the way back, through externalizing, speaking the problem aloud, writing it down, asking for guidance. The fog lifts when the goal is seen, and with it, motivation returns. Motivation is not endless energy. It is not blind enthusiasm. It is a fragile force born when our true motives align with clear goals, when fear is faced, when choices are made, when clarity is found. We lose it not because we are weak, but because we are human. And being human means this: motivation will fade, but it can also return, not through tricks or hacks, but through honesty, reflection, and the courage to act. That is how we break through the hidden weight.